Welcome back, my dear friends. Welcome back to a sexy Sudden Strike, where we are continuing on with Hidden Stroke 2, Sexy Hidden Stroke 2. And last time, well, we started occupying this main city of Buben, and that's about it. I think it is a fucking city of Buben. Let me see. Yeah, Luben, 1988. There you go. I was right. Anywho, let's begin. Well, let's finish this finally. I've been on this mission far too long, for far goddamn too long, in all honesty. I've been doing this, I don't know how many freaking videos I have only on this specific map. I mean, it's a massive map, man. It's a good map. But I think it's time to freaking finish this damnable thing. Okay, so again, a massive amount of infantry. Let's move in 122s a little bit closer so they can start bombing everything we see. I mean, hell's bells, they are the only artillery stuff that we truly have, unless we start capturing the enemy RT over here, which I will, because I have that sexy chance to do it. Unless this doesn't have any ammunition. It doesn't have any ammunition, which is completely fine, I say. Well, I do have, I believe, some beautiful engineering vehicles all around. If I'm not mistaken, I have 2. I'm totally fine with 2. It's better than nothing, in all honesty. And again, SU-100s, 4 of these beasts. Let's see again how well. Oh my God! We again. Oh, these guys also don't have any ammunition. Well, that's understandable, right? Right. Oh well, let's move in our tanks to secure those artillery guns at least, as we really don't want to get gangbanged by a massive amount of infantry or tanks. Again, I have secured this point. I have a lot of beautiful things there, but we still need to secure these artillery guns, so I don't have to worry about them being one-shotted by a sniper or by a King Taiga. I think this is a good position. Again, we can definitely see some officers over to that location, and now we just wait. Now we just actually wait. Yeah, now we wait to resupply our 122s. I mean, we can still move on. We don't really have to give two fudges about that specifically. I may have more of those engineering vehicles. In all honesty, I don't know where they might be. Maybe at the very start I left few, but I don't think so. Nope. But we do have some trucks full of what exactly? We have the M3 full of crew members, and of course a classical evil truck full of manly men, manly Russian man. And that's it. So let's just say that we only have 2 engineering vehicles, and that's about it for the entirety or duration of this mission. This will take a while, honestly. This is gonna take a while. 122 or these 150mm. The thing is, the bigger the caliber, more resources you need to feed a specific vehicle, and it takes a lot from the engineering vehicles. Now, so as you see already, they are on half of their ammunition just feeding these 2 bastards. Again, they're gonna open fire, and that's again a very nice thing, very nice. Thankfully, we have not annihilated this section. You can see we have the spare parts, and of course the ammunition, and we need both. The spare parts mostly if you want to repair, I believe, stuff like that, and bridges. And repair bridges, you need spare parts available to do anything. And now we're gonna be moving down the line while we are opening fire. With 122, they're gonna cover us. We do need soldiers. Again, kind of in a very bad situation when it comes to soldiers on this side. Not a huge chunk of them. I mean, we have some of these tank sitters. We have some passengers on them tanks moving towards the SU-100s. Let's drop them over here. Again, we need a pure inside, and maybe an officer or 5. I would like an officer. I would definitely like an officer, if we can get an officer. If I can find an officer, that would also be very nice. But who knows where the officer truly is. I have not been keeping Control 1, Control 2 on these bastards, so that's kind of a bad thing. That just like one of the things that makes this a little bit kind of micro heavy, if you will, to be honest. Again, this is an infantry unit that is the most important, is the officer. And if you don't have them, they don't really, just because of the sight, because of the binoculars, that's just about it. They really don't do much about anything else. I mean, there's a morale bar. As you can see, every unit has a morale bar, and to be honest, it doesn't really do anything. It is not that noticeable in game. When it reaches a specific number, minimum number and all that bullcrap, everything goes to crap and they start moving on their own. We're still feeding, right? Okay, excellent. Well, I'm gonna be moving the T-34s again down, and I'm gonna use the BA-10 to scout. Just scout like a beast. We do have some men inside these forested areas. Well, 2, it would seem only. They probably got shot by an unknown source, and that's why we really don't have any true insight. Let's move the T-34 and move the Jeep if we can. Can we? No, we can't. Oh, we can. Okay, he might get... No, he can't go beyond because we have the MG-34 blocking and the 88 in this specific location. Let's get our man over here. I will try not to lose too many infantrymen, because of the fact that we do not have too many of them anyway on the entire battlefield. We do not know what to truly expect down the line as we move towards the end over here. We will charge at them as soon as we have cleared at least half of this. So again, this is going to be a big point. They probably have a lot of AT guns. And again, the cliff part here means that we won't have any insight towards them. They can really freely open fire as long as they probably have an insight towards us. And as we move in with our tanks, it's going to be a problem to get rid of these things unless we truly have completely annihilated every single enemy there, or we actually have an officer overlooking that entire area, or a sniper, or anything like that. But as we do not have that at all, yeah, that's going to be a problem. So that we have to do it the old-fashioned way of charging into the enemy and rape, pillage, and burn in the good old fashion. I do like that they didn't make the entirety like of the completely new buildings. There are some buildings from the previous games, like this specific building, a little bit different, though, a tad bit differently skinned, so to speak. Sprite is a little bit different, that is, but in general, it's the same building. We've seen hundreds of hundreds of times, and there we lost a man. Sadly, let's get the machine gun towards that location, move in with the BA-10, continue moving with BA-10. Again, there will be a lot of enemy tanks down the line, I believe, if I remember correctly. I can't exactly remember how much actually even passed in this damnable thing, this damnable level, but I at least know that I've never finished it, so that's something. Okay, what do we have behind? We have a lot of trucks with a lot of soldiers, which will drop right here. We have a beautiful IS-2 and the BA-10 immediately towards middle, because this is gonna be like, we have to push them a little bit. And here comes a, oh, actually it's just a Tiger. That could prove a problem. He could annihilate, if he has actual sight towards that building with a manly persona inside, with a Russian inside, they can open fire and annihilate it. We're losing kind of sight towards them, and that's a bad mojo. That is a bad mojo. Move. So KV-85, move in. There we again, mostly T-34 army. That's just a fact. We have some tank hunters, but they're not gonna be that useful. Or maybe if they can detract certain stuff, and that's it. In general, I don't think they're gonna do much against the heavier stuff. They're probably not even gonna feel the love that I'm trying to give them. It's completely fine, I guess. And here comes a Judge Panther. Or Yak Panther reality-wise, but I like just saying Judge. And there it goes again, an SPG. No movable turret, no rotating turret. And there you go. See, one shot kills two guys like nothing, and you just lose men like that. Your infantry left and right, and you can't really do much about it. You can maybe just crawl on the ground and hope that works. You know, at least damage is negated, maybe not the full damage, you know, when you're standing compared to when you're proning. But I have no nope, that still doesn't work. As you can see, already lost a few men there. Already lost a few men there. Yeah, we truly do not have a beautiful sight towards the enemy without risking too many men on this. Get inside the building if you can, if you survive. Actually, these guys, there you go, immediately opened, and they destroyed a Panther, it would seem there. Yeah, they have a beautiful, there you go, a lot of soldiers, and yes, this is the location where there are a huge chunk of tanks everywhere. I was like, holy shit, man, how do you have so many tanks in that specific location? Okay, drop, excellent. Okay, KV-85 still alive, still pretty much alive. My 2022's maybe no range at the moment to open fire, so that means I might get a little bit closer. And they actually move on the move and shoot. Remember, they're artillery guns, and yet they move and shoot. Interesting. Let's go back here, collect that ammunition. Again, get all my tanks in the center because we're gonna be pushing down. You're slowly destroying what's left of the enemy. We have the Nashorn right here, 88mm with again the Judge Panther. And we lose the KV-85. First KV-85 down. Not a good mojo, indeed. We'll have now, instead of like one KV-85, we'll have two T-34-85s overlooking that location. But at least we have annihilated the Judge Panther and I believe Nashorn, which is good. Getting to this location, and no, there is the Nashorn, still alive. So I guess we only killed one unit. Let's get the NKVD over to that location. I'm gonna move in 122s, the ISU, IS-2s. Well, of course they have 122mm guns, so in general I am right. Leave these guys where they are for now, but to be honest, we can easily destroy a bridge if they charge at us, so it's okay. Let's just concentrate on actually giving some insight for my tanks to be able to shoot. Again, no infantry of any, well, no officers that I can remember where I positioned. You know, I'm trying to see if I have an officer or 5. No, okay, a massive battle. There goes a Tiger. Always a nice thing to see because again the heavy armor on that thing, but again we do have all 85s. Everything is 85mm. We only will have only one unit with 76mm gun, and that is the Pt.2 here, and that's it, with a flamethrower additionally on him. But you know what I'm saying, of course. Let's spread our men again left and right wherever we can. We have the riflemen, we have the mortar guys here. Exactly what kind of a mortar they are. What, they have 50mm mortars? Yes, the movable mortars. These mortars are smaller caliber. The big 180 something are actually static weaponry, so they can't really be moved. At least that's what I remember from original Agamo, which is this Sudden Strike 1. And there it is, an officer. We truly need an officer here. Control 1. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna now find my beautiful officers, if I can. I have some, again, a lot of things that I completely forgot about, like these men inside this specific house. Get to that location. Really, I don't need that many tanks in one position. I mean, we are all at railroad, so in general I have enough firepower there to destroy a small battle station, or a Death Star at least. These are, no, that's, oh god, this is a crewman. Must have been from certain vehicle or tank. Survived that, or maybe just from one of the M3s that usually holds crew members, you know, just for in case. Again, if you do lose some, this ice only has 2 crew members inside, which is not a good thing at all. You need a good a good amount of people inside to shoot faster, do faster, have fun faster, and stuff like that. But consider that we have this amount of tanks everywhere. You know, it's not really the most it's not the biggest problem. It definitely is not the biggest problem. Okay, we have another crew member going for the IS-2. A gunner, move in here. Thank you very much. Gonna leave this for now where it is. It's time to move again downwards and see what we can do about that. As again, the point is to try and annihilate whatever we can here. Oh, there you go, an evil thing. Excellent stuff. I have constantly press B to open the hatch so we can actually see what the fudge is happening. I was thinking he might go through, through this bullcrap, not around it. And we lost the BA-10, and that was actually our sights towards the enemy. We have a Panther. And we missed the Panther. And we did hit the Panther. Holy crap, and completely, okay, excellent. Detract him and annihilate in the end. Okay, move in. So we had a shot from the side, from the National and a Panther that we have noticed. At least I was thinking they were coming from these locations. I couldn't really see, again, small resolution. You can't really see everything. But yeah, that's about it. Excellent, excellent stuff indeed. Okay, let's again, we have resupplied our engineering trucks. It's time to get close and personal with 122s. ISU 122s, and so they can actually open fire upon the enemy known positions. Let's get our man. I'm at position one of man inside whatever, a cooling liquid tank of sort. It is a tank of sort, not a tank, the tank it is. That T-34 opening fire on what exactly? Probably again a lot of soldiers on just specifically on this location. That's where the most of these people truly are. All the Germans on one location here. That's a lot. That's actually quite a lot. I'm gonna leave these men here for now. I'm thinking of starting pushing from the bottom. Like now push from this location. It's just question is, do I have enough of firepower or men specifically to annihilate the defenders on this part? But again, I do want to hit them from the flanks, as I believe that's the best way of actually doing this. Move in. Again, I can lose all these guys in matter of seconds, and that's the worst part. Good shot indeed. Drop my men up if you can. Now they're getting shot. They're getting shot. That's why they're immediately like, fuck that shit, son. I may be a commander, but yeah, they were in the buildings. And they are in the buildings, and they are charging at us at this very moment. Interesting indeed. That's not a bad thing. In all honesty, we could annihilate these fucktards easily. Go, go, go. Excellent. Yeah, again, you can see now if this was Southern Strike 1, these guys will already be on us. As when they are this prone, they could easily outmaneuver all the damnable shells. It just that's how it works. That's how it works. Okay, let's get these guys over here. A lot of stuff. I have a lot of. I'm yet to really utilize IS. That is the SU-100, and you can see already annihilated the entirety of that German army. There was a huge chunk of them. There's a Panther. Can someone actually annihilate that Panther? That would be sweet. That would truly be sweet. Yeah, I can definitely hear they're shooting at someone or something on the armor specifically. Okay, that specific sound when it hits, the shell hits the damnable armor. But that's okay, we annihilated most of the enemies right in front of us that were, as you can see, they were in the houses. The moment you open that specific door, you know, the hatch, they immediately open fire, even though you know they're there. Mind you, we can see them. But the moment you open the hatch or something and yeah, I think, oh, that's a good target, we'll open, you know, it comes from the hiding spot and that's it. Now, again, I understand why we can do this with this map, as in previous games you can definitely hide infantry and all that. I don't think this works in multiplayer. I have no clue. I'm bullshitting. I have no clue. Never noticed, especially, of course, never played multiplayer in Hidden Stroke 2, but I do not notice, I have not noticed ever this, to be honest, in multiplayer. Anyway, the point is, what I want to say is that in Southern Strike 1, Southern Strike 2, whatever, you can hide the infantry inside the buildings, but they can become such a nuisance. It's a very dangerous situation. I love it. I love it. It's not a bad thing. It was not a bad thing at all. Like, that's a really cool thing, because you can really hide and you can get sniped, and of course you will immediately notice the infantry will immediately notice from where the fire is coming from, but in that 1 second they can get annihilated. And if you only had like one unit to scout most of the stuff and it gets fudged, and you still don't know where the fucking fire is coming from. But when you have a group of men, they will immediately open fire on that specific building, you will get out, and then you will understand where exact fire is coming from, and all the good stuff. Okay, is that it? Well, we can move in. No, we can't. Open fire. No, you can't. Okay, well, that's fine. Open fire on that MG42. Thank you. Now we will be able to move through this location. Open the hatches, people. I need an insight towards these bastards. Oh, there's the Judge Panther. Yet again, we lose the T-34 to the Judge Panther. Let's move in and get that kill. Excellent. Thank you very much. We could not allow him to repair that bullcrap. But again, you cannot. This is not Man of War. You can't repair just by the crew itself. You need an actual engineering vehicle. Again, prime targets for raid, pillaging, and burning. And again, the fire is coming from somewhere, and I have a feeling most of my men will die before they can really reach any of these buildings. Okay, get off from that location. As that's a killing ground now. They're just spamming artillery from some location that I have no clue where it truly is. We can, as you can see, the artillery definitely may be missing most of the time, but yeah. I was thinking to say like they can't kill anything, but definitely they can. That's a big artillery. That's a big artillery. I don't know where exactly it's coming from, but it's a big artillery. As you can see, lost 2 guys over there. So that alone could pose a problem for us, as if they have that much artillery, it has to be hidden somewhere. And if we want to really breach that location, we have to find a good, smooth spot where we can really annihilate most of these things. And there we go. We have the fucking Tiger over there, for fuck's sake. BA-10, 45mm opening on a Tiger. Interesting indeed. Interesting indeed. Let's move the IS-2s. We want that kill though. We want that kill. Excellent job, but not really. Little bit of damage. We have again another Nashorn and of course a Taiga. We have those two. Okay, T-34 in front. Good, good. Because honestly, better put T-34 in front than something much more valuable like the IS-2s. We don't want to really lose IS-2s. The IS-2s are very good, and I do like the B-810 as it's very useful as a scouting vehicle for us. Pop up those commanders. You can see some of these already don't have enough of ammunition, not well, especially some secondary ammunition or even main ammunition. You can see D-34 is already pretty much fudged in the ass. To me, it's important to not lose too many men on this specific location. Yeah, and maybe I will, because again, I do not have an officer of sorts here. And that's a bad mojo. We need an officer, guys. We need an officer. I need to find an officer, because without the officer, this might take a little bit longer. You know, like a tad bit longer. Okay, maybe no. Trucks usually don't have an officer, do they? Again, we only have one officer that I know of, and that's that dude. Yeah, I think I lost most of those bastards. I think I lost most of those bastards. Yeah. No, there he is. Excellent. One officer. Always a good motherfucking thing. We utilize him to kill... well, see what the fudge is actually shooting at us. And mind you, we have Su-100s. If they have the 88, they won't have the actual range towards us, which is an amazing thing. Where is he? Area control 2. That's 2 officers. I do have some officer on the bottom over here, but at the moment they're not going to be the most useful thing, as of course we're not moving towards this specific location. We can actually start to do a little bit of a charge, you know, just for lulz. You know, just for lulz, maybe do a little charge here. I mean, I have a lot of stuff and we are very close to the end, but we do not know what to expect. Maybe some kind of reinforcements. We do not know. That's the worst, is that we really, truly do not know what to expect. And again, as you can see, we can get one-shotted by an 88. Any of these tanks can just a poof. The IS-2s doesn't really matter. As long as we don't have any kind of insight towards them, it's a fudge. It's a pure fucking fudge. I want to utilize from this location attack with infantry, so we have at least cover from in the forested areas. If you can call anything in the forest areas really a cover of any kind. Beautiful stuff. Overlook that area. They do have something in these locations. A lot of infantry, a lot of many other things. Let's get the B-810 over to that location. I mean, the fact is we really need to start moving. We have a lot of soldiers. Well, actually not really. I was expecting to have a lot of little missing soldiers. Well, missing soldiers left and right doing absolutely nothing. But actually we do not. And again, this big map, you know, that this kind of a overview map, it really helps just to see what the fudge is where. And there is another engineering vehicle. Excellent. That is good. That is actually quite good. And we want that engineering vehicle to go towards this location. I'm gonna move in these tanks to this location. Again, I'm gonna be moving into the sides. This is the point. Again, we have a blind spot in that part, and I don't like that at all. I do not like that. I don't like blind spots like that. There's always a little thing that is screwing us in the ass, and that's not a good thing. Okay, I'm gonna go to this this point, and then maybe overlook to this point. and that way easily see what the hell enemy actually truly has. Bring the IS-122, it's a much longer freaking range. Oh, 122 is opening fire like bosses. They truly are. As you can see, a big, massive defense on that location. It's not really a small thing indeed. I don't need to get that close, but just to snipe a few units would not be bad. We have some MG42 machine gunners, a rifleman. Kill whatever you can kill. That's the gist of this point. Snipe. That is specifically snipe whatever you can snipe. And that's it. Again, a lot of men ready to just charge. I would like to charge. I honestly would just like to charge, but I know the losses are gonna be staggering. Like, you wouldn't believe how big the losses would be if I did that. So just gonna slowly move in, snipe whatever you can snipe, and that's it. There you go, we have a machine gun. That's the bastard who kills most of my men. We do not have any snipers, sadly. Stop. Overlook. Let's move the guy with less ammunition. Yeah, there's definitely a huge chunk of AT guns over there. Let's do a nice charge, shall we? I would like to save before I charge, but I'm not. I usually never save like that, so you know what? Let's just charge and see how this really goes for us. And let's see how this is gonna go for us. Let's move in with the officer so we can actually have some insight as to what is happening. Okay, there goes the should I say SU-100. Stop IS-2, stay in position, stop. Excellent job, maybe. No, it's not going so well for us, it would seem. Move. Too many AT-8s, that's the problem. We have too many AT-8s. But that is fine. We did our first ever rush in Sudden Strike, to be honest. I usually always go with careful mode, because it's really, you need to do that. Like, oh, we lost the IS-2 also there, god damn it. But we have taken at this point, and that is the most important thing, because we might get reinforcements, no? Well, of course not. But that is fine. We penetrated the location, lost a gajillion of tanks, but it is fine. I mean, specifically good tanks, but honestly, T-34 is an amazing tank. And that's just a fact. Anyway, guys, I wish you the very best. Next time, finishing the mission. I'm gonna, like, completely annihilate everything that we can. And again, this is gonna be a big battle anyway here. I wish you the very best.